Okay, so in these videos I tried to sort of look at the amps in the Helix, call it ironically one of the best amps in the Helix, since they can't all be the best. It's an appropriate use of superlatives, isn't it? Anyway, the idea here is this Line 6 Doom amp is based on a JCM 800 into a high watt power amp. Mix and matching this sort of stuff is something that's been done in the metal scene for a while. I think probably the earliest example of this that I'm aware of would be Metallica, who are using Mesa preamps into Marshall power amps. So anyway, JCM 800 preamp kind of section. So if you think about this as a type of Marshall, that's probably the closest thing there. So I'll just show you the preset. You heard me using all of the snapshots in that intro, so we'll start off here. Now we're using the 4x12 Cali V30 with the 57 dynamic on one side and 20% reflections, and then the same cab again with the 121 ribbon and 20% reflections. And I've just got a dual delay here with these settings for some ambience. And then the stock settings that you bring up are roughly close to this. I've not actually had to do much at all. I think it might even be exactly this. So drive I've got at 6.7, bass at 5, mids at 6.1, treble at 6.9, presence at 4.2, and I think I've turned the master up to 8.2 to get a little bit more stuff. I've got Firebird pickups in this guitar. The way that I would characterize it, it's like a Marshall with a softer response, really. It's kind of got this furrier edge than... You've got a lot of gain here if you need it. If it's a JCM 800, I presume we can get pretty clean with it too. Now I didn't realise that could do such a nice clean. Well, so yeah, you can get some really nice cleans out of it. As we increase the drive, we get back to more familiar territory, and then to me it's got a really pleasing response. So the next thing I did was, for the heavier kind of tone where I was doing some of the more fast riffage, I decided to take the bass down, as that gives you a bit more of a... And I'm also boosting the front with a Stupor OD which should cut off a little bit of the low end. You could even take the drive down a bit for a bit of a tighter response, I guess. But yeah, for the riffage, I took that bass down a bit. Then for the tone at the end, I'm using the ADT for some kind of, what's the word? Double tracking kind of vibes. 50 millisecond. The only difference I think is I've boosted the delay to a little bit on the right hand side to balance things out a bit, and I've panned it hard left and hard right, and you get this difference. It's boosting it. So yeah, quite a boost there. So you could alter that if you wanted to by using this level here if you want less of a boost. But that's that preset. So let me know if you want me to drop that into the folder. I'll be happy to do so. Just leave a comment asking me to do so. I'll probably do it anyway, but it helps the video to do a little bit better, I think, if you do leave that sort of comment. That's the Doom. JCM 800 is capable of some really cool stuff, actually. Those were just the tones that I dialed in with it. I say dialed in, it was kind of what was already there. I guess if we could take things even further, boosting the mids and stuff. A really, actually, incredibly versatile little amp. Like a JCM 800, but bigger, basically. So, you know, one to check out. And because of that power amp, you can get some really big clean tones with it as well. So leave a comment if you like that. I'll catch you in another video soon. Cheers.